Hey everyone, welcome into another episode of the Not Sports Night. Because tonight we're not talking sports. We're getting really, really close to the holiday season, and Steve and I said, you know what? Let's talk Disney. Let's talk holidays. Let's talk Disney Plus. We're just going to have a fun time with it tonight. And we're going to do a lot of different topics we're going to touch on tonight. So thank you all for being here. And anybody that's watching on the replay, or if you're new here for the first time, I'm Walt from Mouse Talk, and right next to me, oh, look, I actually went the right way that time.
Nice.
To my, I don't know, left, I guess, or right, my partner channel, Steve. Steve, what's up, buddy? How are you?
I'm doing very well, buddy. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. I'm great. It's getting close to the holidays.
I know it.
I
got the turkeys and the hams already in the fridge, unthawing. It's just it's getting there. This is the bad time for my diet. But it's
the truth.
And I'm running in January, so that's good. I don't know how I'm going to work this out, but we'll figure it out.
You got a couple weeks after the holidays to get ready. Don't worry about that. But welcome in, everybody. We're going to have a fun time tonight. We're going to talk Disney, Christmas, Thanksgiving. We're going to talk Disney Plus, a few things we want to touch on with Disney Plus. We're going to touch on some Disney news. And we're just going to have a good time with it tonight. And we definitely want feedback from you guys in the chat as well. And speaking of the chat, let's get in there. And Steve, I will give you a break tonight, buddy, and I'll take care of it.
Perfect.
I see Brian Eisenhart's here. Brian, good to see you, buddy. Zachary Pollock, Samantha Lowe, Mike Wheeler. Let's see. Brian's giving jokes. So a guy walks into a bar. Lena from Paper, Scissors, and Vacations. Oh, my. Amy, AJC Magic TV. Timothy Rainwaters. Kay Atwood. Stevie Lee. Mouse Talks here. Lazy Jammers. Dougie from Walter Graham's. Dougie had a nice trip at Disney World. Got to meet some awesome people. Dougie, I hope you had a good time, pal, and I'm glad you're back safe. Phantasmic Chronicles is here. Melissa's in the house. Melissa Gover. She must be new. I don't know who that is. G. Wilson's here. Eric Newman's here. Eric, good to see you, buddy. Richard R. Johns is here. Mr. Christmas is here. Hello, Mr. Christmas. We're probably going to talk a little bit about you tonight. Julie C. is here. Shep from the Shep family, who is, by the way, going live after me at 9:30. So be sure to check out Shep right after us. Well, I guess he's at 9:30. He's a little bit after us, but be sure to check him out. Captain Akron 27's here, and Steve's World is here. Steve, you're in two places. Look at that.
I am.
That's crazy.
I cloned myself from. I went back to Star Wars Episode 2, one of the let's call it one of the best episodes of Star Wars, and they cloned me, and now I've been multiple places.
Nice. There you go. I know going back is the absolute worst. Dougie's not having a good time.
Yeah.
He's getting back home.
He said Scotland is stupid.
Stupid. Well, I'd like to visit Scotland one time.
Me too.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It may be stupid, but it's stupid beautiful too. I'll tell you that right now. I got to meet you. You were unfortunate enough to meet me. Poor Dougie. Like, you know that's not true. But welcome in, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great week. And, of course, countdown is here. Less than a week away from the big Thanksgiving day. And I hope it's a good day for everybody. I know for some people it can be kind of a sad time for those that might be alone. But, of course, you're never alone. That's what this Disney community is all about. We're always here to say hi and let you know we're thinking about you on the holidays for those who maybe don't have a lot of folks to go to. Be sure we'll be thinking about you. But we're glad you're here tonight. Steve, I wanted to touch a little bit with you tonight about, I know you guys just got done talking with Dan about, Disney and kid-friendly things down at Disney World, which I thought was a really good conversation. And I think you ever notice that's one of the misconceptions with people is how they think Disney is all about for kids.
Mm-hmm.
And yet there's everybody in this community is pretty much adults.
So I went to I actually studied this in college, and because I was fascinated by how Disney worked. And I know it seems not true, but Walt Disney actually designed everything for adults because he said if the adults don't come, the kids don't come. So he had to design everything for adults, mask it for kids is what they kind of taught us in college. But I mean, he obviously was directed towards kids, but you got to bring the adults to bring the kids. So if you don't have enough adult themed things and you don't make the parks for adults, then you can't have the kids there. And that's
who brings the kids.
Adults, just because we're talking about Disney, just because it does not mean it's made for kids, because everybody in this community, 99% of the people in this community are adults. So, and that's why.
100% correct. 100%. Let me say hi to Marguerite Nagy's here and Donna Jaworski.
What's up, Donna?
Donna Jaworski's a fantastic individual.
It's good to see you up and about, Donna.
Yes, absolutely, Donna. It's good to see you on some of the streams. I know you were on with Corey the other day. That's awesome. Glad to see you're doing well, dear.
And she was with Resort TV1 last night, too.
Oh, that's right. She was, wasn't she? Yeah, and Josh is in Disneyland today. So thank you all for being here so much. Brian says Peter Pan is not for kids, pirates, kidnapping, jealousy. Come on. I guess to a lesser extent, he's got kind of a point.
Well, and if you look back on some of these movies that have been done, they're from dark stories.
Oh, absolutely.
Very dark stories that were just enhanced to be more family friendly.
Yes. Oh, Little Mermaid's one of them.
Yep.
That didn't necessarily have the best ending.
No, not at all. And a lot of them come from the Grimm fairy tales or whatever it is that
Yes.
They're really, really dark stories, and they've turned them into something positive for sure.
Yes, but that's awesome. But I do want to touch a little bit on Thanksgiving. You ever notice with Disney, Thanksgiving is such a huge holiday here in the States. It really is. I mean, it's Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. We have football on Thanksgiving. Family gets together. You have the turkey and the dressing and everything. Kind of like my family, Disney kind of skips past Thanksgiving. They go straight from Halloween to Christmas. I wonder how people think about that, especially folks that maybe are big into Thanksgiving.
Well, in my opinion, okay, so Thanksgiving is honestly maybe the biggest family holiday. And because it's when people get together, they cook, they eat, they watch football, they do all kinds of stuff. I mean, Christmas is going to be a close one. Mm-hmm. But if you look at the difference between Christmas and Thanksgiving, Christmas monetarily especially is going to way outshine Thanksgiving.
Yes.
So when you go from as Disney maximizing the Christmas efforts and the positivity of that season, I don't have a problem with it because there's really not. I mean, what can Disney do at Disney World Thanksgiving related? It's honestly it's about eating and being with family, and they have that at Liberty Tree Tavern. They have a very similar Thanksgiving style meal. And I don't know what else they would do. I mean, I'm okay with not having a Macy's Day Parade type floats and things in Disney World. I'm okay with that. They do a few things but for the most part, yes, it goes from Halloween to Christmas. Again, for business related, I'm all about going straight towards Christmas because I think I don't want to say everybody. Those of us that are Christians and we enjoy Christmas heavily, it outshines Thanksgiving. So I don't really have a problem with that. And I don't know what you could possibly do in Disney World that would make Thanksgiving that big a deal.
I think there's one thing I think they could do. This is my opinion. I love the fact that they go straight to Christmas as well. You know me, my whole house downstairs is already decorated for Christmas. Uh-huh. We're done. We're ready to go. Outside is pretty much done as well. What I would like to see them do to kind of recognize Thanksgiving, because to me, Thanksgiving, at the end of the Macy's Day Thanksgiving Day Parade, when they show Santa Claus, it's like, that's the thought. Christmas has started now. That's how I see it. The holiday season has officially started in that respect. But you're right. Business purposes and for merchandising and things like that, what can Disney do? I agree. But I think they could touch on some things, Steve. I think they could take it like that 1 week. Now I know they want to celebrate Christmas for as long as they can, just like they do with Halloween. I mean, they start Halloween in August.
Yep.
A Thanksgiving parade at Disney, they could do it. They could do it, and that's something that they have to do for a month. What? So be it. But maybe for Thanksgiving week, they have a special parade.
But the
special merchandise.
Where I think that would get confusing to people is the fact that because they start Halloween 2 months early, they start Christmas the day after Halloween, and they have the very Merry Christmas party, and they have all that stuff. People, I don't want to say kids especially, but it could be that way. But kids could get confused saying Christmas, then going back to Thanksgiving for a week, then coming back to Christmas again, because they're not going to wait till after Thanksgiving to start all the parties and parades. You just wouldn't be able to get everybody in.
No, that's true. That's true. It would be. You're right. It wouldn't make it. I guess chronologically, I don't know. You're right. It wouldn't work. It definitely.
It would be nice if they recognized it some way, and I'm sure there's a lot of small things they do that we don't know about.
Yeah.
But to acknowledge something, but it would not fit well into the plans to only have Christmas celebrated for less than a month.
That's true.
And I mean, we're talking like 3 weeks is all, 3 to 4 weeks. So It just wouldn't make sense.
Right. I guess so. That makes good sense. Rob Fuzz is here. Good to see you, Rob. Thanks for being here. And Jackie from RB into Disney. Thank you both for being here. And everybody else, we definitely appreciate it. But I really love Thanksgiving. I think it's a great, great day. To me, I always see Thanksgiving as a friends and family, whereas with me, I think Christmas is more family for me. I don't spend a ton of time with my friends during Christmas because I focus on my family for that holiday. But I do spend more time on family and friends for Thanksgiving.
And Brian brings up a great point, too. Thanksgiving is just an American holiday, but yet Christmas is celebrated worldwide.
That's true.
And people are coming to Disney World worldwide, And realistically, I'm not sure Disney, because Halloween is also international, if I remember correctly.
I think
every holiday they celebrate is international. I don't think they specifically celebrate any just strictly American holiday, except for the 4th of July. But that's only on the 4th of July, and that's just because it's Independence Day. So, I guess I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, I agree. I don't have a problem with it. I feel bad for Thanksgiving, I guess. Noah, welcome in. Noah's here. Noah, good to see you, buddy. Candy Mom's in the house. Michael Riley's here. And Miguel Benitez is in the house as well.
What's up, Miguel?
Being here. Miguel says, what did he say here? He says, it wouldn't fit into the plan of making as much money as possible for Disney.
Yeah, he's right.
He's right.
It is a business decision, I'm sure.
But, and look, as much as we love Disney for what it is a for-profit company.
Yeah, absolutely. It is a business.
They make money first, whether we believe it or not. That's first.
If they don't make money, they shut down, and then we don't get to go. So I'm okay with them making money. So maybe there's a few things they could tweak a little bit, but look, they're a business to make money, and if they don't make money, they shut down, and then we don't get to go. So
exactly. He said Sam Eagle would be disappointed. I love Sam Eagle. Oh my gosh, Mouse Talk, are you going to Disney World? And Mr. Christmas is going to Disney World for their birthday next year. Nice. Awesome. Have a great time for sure. But speaking of Disney, I did want to touch on Disney Plus a little bit with you, Steve, without giving too many things away.
Wait, Dougie says, I wish I was an American. I want any holiday where I get to eat too much. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. He's right, because we have several.
Yes, we do.
Easter we celebrate with food too. That's another one. 4th of July, you have hamburgers and hot dogs.
Yep,
it's true. It's we have several.
Brian, we celebrate Tuesdays to eat too, so it doesn't matter what it is. So.
Do they have the 4th of July in Europe? Yeah, they do. Everybody has the 4th of July.
That is true, and that might have been a trick question. That might have been a trick question he was trying to get them with too, that you just ruined.
Yeah, sorry guys. I'm sorry, Brian. They have it.
Nice, Candy Mom. Candy Mom went to McDonald's today and had a vision of me as Olaf. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. So funny.
Now, sorry, to interrupt. I didn't mean to interrupt. What do you got?
I forgot what I said.
You moved on from the
Disney Plus. We were going to touch on Disney Plus. On Disney Plus, I did want to touch on it for a few minutes. I want to start from obviously the most obvious one. We'll wait on that one. Have you seen the Jeff Goldblum show?
Oh yeah, Jeff Goldblum show. I have sure.
Have you seen all 3 episodes to this point?
I got through 2.5. I've not made it through the final episode yet, but I'm close.
How do you like it?
I don't like the 3rd episode. I like the first 2. But I'm not the 3rd episode deals with tattoos, and I don't have any, and I'm not attracted to tattoos in any way, shape, or form. I don't want any. I'm sure I could be convinced to get one down the line, but for now, it's just not on my own free will. So it was not as enticing to me. I loved the sneaker episode, and I loved the ice cream, but it's whether or not you love Jeff Goldblum. There is no gray area there. It's either you like him and you like the show, or you don't like him and you're going to hate the show, because it's 100% the way he acts and talks. Donna.
I do like the show a lot.
Yes.
I do. I think it's very cool the way they've done it so far. You're right. He makes or breaks the show.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, it's about tattoos. It's about sneakers. But he's very good with how he presents it. I'll be interested. Now I know what the concept of the show is about. Yep. They're going to talk about different things. I think the next one is about denim.
Well, and he mentions that he likes that. And that's what appealed to me before I started watching the show when we heard about it, is because I love watching how things work and how things are made, like sneakers, for instance, or ice cream, and the history and the origins of things. So I knew I would like the show as long as I could get past it being him, and I like him. So it works out well for me.
Gotcha. Yet, Stevie Lee says, no tattoos for me. I like them on other people, not me. Melissa, she's got 4 of them.
And at Disney Nerd, Charlie says, hey guys, I'm actually watching the Jeff Goldblum tattoo episode right now.
Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, speaking of Disney Nerd real fast, let me just throw out a quick shout out to them. As you know, the 5 Foolish Mortals episode aired today, a little bit earlier. Yeah. I think it was on D&G's channel. Be sure to check it out. It was a lot of fun. They're gonna have a good time with that. That looks like it's gonna be a good time. And of course, they go live on Wednesdays. Steve and I were just on there last Wednesday.
We were.
That was a lot of fun for sure. But I do like the Jeff Goldblum show. I've enjoyed it a lot so far. I thought it was really well. Stepping from that one, I want to step into the next one, and that's the Imagineering story. Are you caught up on that one?
I have not seen episode 3. I've seen the first 2 episodes, and it is by far the best thing on Disney Plus.
I will tell you this right now. We watched episode 3 last night. It's awesome.
Well, the first 2 are awesome.
Okay.
I mean, it is the best thing on Disney Plus.
Episode.
What's that? It is the best thing on Disney Plus by far. I'm talking better than The Mandalorian, better than anything in the vault, better than anything. If you like Disney and the history of it at all, seeing Walt on TV, seeing the Imagineers, it is the best thing on Disney Plus. Not even close second.
Yeah, I won't get into what it's about. It's another very, very excellent episode. It really is. You're going to enjoy it a lot. Mm-hmm. It just is. It's awesome for sure. Steve, and anybody that hasn't seen the Imagineering story yet, I agree with Steve. It is fantastic. Episodes 1 through 3 have not let me down at all. It's been really good, dude. I wasn't sure what to expect.
Well, there's only one thing that scares me, and it may move so fast. I don't know where it can go after season 1. Mm-hmm. It jumped really fast through episode 1, and episode 2 moved really farther down the road. I mean, we're already past Walt's death by the end of the first episode. So then it's like, I don't know where they're going to go with it once they get to the end of the season.
Right.
I'm hoping there's going to be another season because, like I said, it is the best show on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I think they could go several different ones. Let me say hi to Jeff Dole-Whip. Dad is here. Jeff, good to see you, buddy. I'll say this, Steve. I think what they could do is they could go into more explicit things about Imagineering. They could touch on specific things of how Imagineering works, where they come with it. There's different ways they could go with it. I agree with you, though.
I can also see them either mixing in or using a whole season to spotlight each episode on a specific Imagineer as well, like Bob Gurr.
Right.
An entire episode on Bob Gurr showing what he was involved in the whole way.
Right.
So I can see at least 2 seasons, and then I don't know where they would go.
Right. What I've seen so far is it seems like they are going by the terms of the people that are in charge.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like, because the next term is Michael Eisner.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So that's already modernizing it. Then you got Bob Iger. Then where do you go? And so, I mean, We'll see how it goes. Look, by far, my only fear with that show is where they're going to go, because I hope they don't cancel it or stop it.
Right. I agree. I think Candy Mom makes a good point. More of the behind the scenes would be fantastic. I agree.
Yep.
It does not ruin the magic for me. When they showed me in that episode how they did the Haunted Mansion, I had no problem with that.
No, me either. I love to know how things work. That's why I like the Jeff Goldblum thing so much. Doesn't ruin the magic for me if I know how it works.
No, not at all. And you know why? Because it's just that much more interesting. Wow, that's how they do that?
Yep.
It just does not bother me at all.
And they're using technology from 50 years ago. I mean, to make this stuff work still today.
Yeah. I mean, it really is an awesome show. I'm so glad they're doing it. And I agree with Steve. It's my favorite thing so far on Disney Plus, even more than The Mandalorian. And speaking of The Mandalorian.
Yep.
What is your I don't want to get into too many big things about it, because and folks in the chat, let's keep it to a minimum for those that maybe haven't seen it yet. I don't think we're quite yet at that statute of limitations on whether or not we should talk about it. But Steve, what are your thoughts so far on The Mandalorian? Let's talk as a whole first.
So look, let's talk about what I like. So I like pretty much everything except for one thing. Jon Favreau is an amazing director, an amazing writer. He created this show, he writes for it, and he directs it. He did the live action Lion King, he did the live action Jungle Book. A hilarious man in himself, anyways. And then he was happy in the Iron Man series. I love the guy to death. I'm so glad he's on Team Disney, and it's just a very, very well written show. And I mean, it's got great characters. It's got some droids that do some incredible things, especially in the first one. It's very well written. And then here, the biggest part about it all, and again, no spoilers, the biggest part of the whole thing is the surprises and the things that they bring to you. And you're like, wow, it's something you got to watch. And for Star Wars fans around that like to bash all the other Star Wars stuff they do, even those people are going, what did they just do? Or how did, and it takes place between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens. So it's right in there. But the one thing I dislike is the music doesn't feel like Star Wars to me. I'm not happy with the soundtrack, the soundtracks at all. It's got some new guy. I couldn't even pronounce his name, I don't think. I've never heard his name.
John Williams?
No, it's not. It's let me find his name while we're talking about it. But it's not him, and it just does not sound like Star Wars in any fashion, shape, or form to me. And they're talking about how a lot of people are saying how good it is, but it's just not something I like.
Gotcha.
So
okay. Well, I like the show very much, and you know me, I'm hard to please with a lot of things. I'm up here with what my expectations are. Maybe they're too high sometimes, but I have enjoyed it. I want them to. I understand that they are doing character development on The Mandalorian, but I want a little bit more of. I don't want necessarily flashbacks, Steve. But I want them to give us a little bit more of how he became this person. Maybe we'll get there.
I think they are doing that, especially when he goes to to get his armor.
Oh, you mean when he does the quick flashback?
Yeah, so they're starting to do some of that to show how he became there. I mean, that right there told me a lot about how he even got into the position that he's in, because they even call him the Foundlings, and it makes so much sense when you see that flashback, what they're talking about. So I think we're going to get more of that. And I like I like the character development that they've gone with so far.
Yeah.
But I do think we'll find out more storylines to his background as to how he got to where he's at.
Gotcha. And the one thing I do like about this that does feel like Star Wars is the dialogue. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like when he's sitting there in the one episode and the guy says, talks about something and he says, I'm going to give it away if I say it, but he's like, don't do that.
Yeah.
He's like, no, don't do that. You don't have to do that. Let's not do that yet. It was just regular talk. It wasn't contrived or it didn't feel forced.
It did. That's what I was going to say. It's not forced dialogue. The actors are incredible.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Pedro Pascal, who played Prince Oberyn in Game of Thrones, is the Mandalorian. That was one of my favorite characters of the entire Game of Thrones series.
Yeah, me too.
I think he's an incredible actor, and he does a fantastic job interacting with his lines and his words. There is nothing forced, nothing rushed, nothing that sounds fake about it. It all sounds natural.
It's true. I have spoken. There you go.
I have spoken. And
you know who that is?
Nick Nolte.
Yeah.
So when we were watching it, I was watching it with somebody, and I like 30 seconds into him talking, I was like, "That's Nick Nolte." And he said, no. And I was like, hang on a minute, let me look. So I looked it up, and it is Nick Nolte, and he does an incredible job. And he's got some of the best. Yeah, I have spoken. We use that now on a daily basis. I have spoken.
Yep. I don't know what's going to happen with him moving forward. I'm hoping that character is a regular. Very good.
Me too.
I did enjoy that character. I'm liking the episode. I really am. I don't know. I think I have an idea of where they're going or what the whole purpose of it was.
Yeah.
Again, without getting into it, but I'm enjoying it.
Real quick, sorry. The music is by Ludwig Göransson.
Okay, I don't know.
It's German because he's got the umlaut over the O. So
okay.
Let me see if he's done anything else. But oh no, he's really young. He was born in 1984.
Okay.
Linkoping in Sweden.
Gotcha.
Linkoping Oostergotlands. So I've never heard of the guy. And I'm looking at here. The only other thing he did some New Girl music from the show New Girls.
Okay.
Outside of that, nothing that I can see on here that remotely is up there.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, Kay Atwood says he's a great composer. I've never heard of him myself. I have to look up some of his stuff.
He also did some of the composing for Black Panther and Creed, but I mean, but as far as in the past, everything he's else has done,
okay,
he's not really heard of. So,
gotcha.
What's up, Shep?
Nice, very nice though. But I am enjoying it a lot. I think it's a good show. I think it's been a lot of fun. Have you gone back to look at any? Now I know you're not big into the old shows, but have you gone back and watched any of the old shows yet? Or
oh yeah. So one of the first things I watched the first night was Willow. Sorry. It's from like 1988, and it's got a very young Val Kilmer in it.
Yes,
and
yes,
it was. I mean, looking at it now, it's like, wow, that was not really good graphics and things like that, but it was still fun to watch. And then, but yeah, I watched stuff like that. I'm starting to watch the cartoon series, the Rescue Rangers, the DuckTales, Darkwing Duck, the Gummy Bears. I love the Gummy Bears. Starting to watch those kind of things. And then I watched all the original content, every bit of it. And then I'm trying to get into some of the older stuff now. The first thing I watched, just because I was curious, was Steamboat Willie. And I think a lot of people's first thing they watched was Steamboat Willie. But yeah, it's all been good. I've not disliked anything so far.
Cool. I've gone back and watched a lot of the 50s and 60s of the movies. Like Darby O'Gill, Castaway Cowboy, Love Bug. The Black Hole.
Did you watch the Black? I've heard a lot about the Black Hole. I've never seen it.
I just finished it today. I didn't realize it's okay. And for me,
they were much better back when they first came out.
Huh?
Everything was much better when it first came out.
Oh yeah, yeah. But it's got Anthony Perkins in it from Psycho.
Yeah.
It's got Ernest Borgnine in it.
Really?
It's got Roddy McDowall in it as the one of the robots. So we've got some names in this movie.
They just weren't names when it came out.
Well, I think Ernest Borgnine was.
What was that? 1979? Is that right?
79 or 80.
So I mean, you're talking 40 years old. The movie's 40 years old. So,
but he was probably 40 when it came out.
Is he that old now?
Yeah. I mean, Ernest Borgnine was. He's gone now.
See, Jeff's putting things in. I thought he was still alive. I'm sorry. Jeff's putting things in there like I would watch now. So I like Swiss Family Robinson, The Sound of Music, those kind of things. Those are my classics I'm going to watch. I never really got into the Apple Dumpling Gangs. I never got into the Darby O'Gill, any of that kind of stuff. It's a little too far before my time.
Oh, mine too.
But for me to like, though, you like the nostalgia and the older stuff. Right. I don't.
No, I like Darby O'Gill and the Little People. It's a lot of fun. Disney World Freak, welcome in. Good to see you. You know what?
Candy Mom says, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Excellent movie.
Excellent movie. Excellent. Yes, Ernest Borgnine died in 2012, Steve.
Oh.
He's been gone for a little while now.
Yeah.
But figuring he was born in 1917, so in 1980.
Wow. 17? Wow. I did not know he was that old.
Yeah, he was that old. He lived to be, 92?
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I would highly recommend, Steve, that you try the Apple Dumpling Gang.
I've seen it in the past. I mean, like I saw like not the whole thing. In there, how many are there? Like 2 or 3 of them?
Two.
So like I saw part of one of them and I just couldn't get into it.
Don Knotts and Tim Conway, man, they're hilarious.
So yeah, and again, I didn't care too much for Don Knotts. I don't care too much for Tim Conway. It's just not my scene. To me,
so funny.
I don't know. I like new stuff.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. No, comedy's comedy. See, for me, comedy is comedy. Like to this day, I could still watch Laurel and Hardy and the Three Stooges.
Mm-hmm.
Comedy's comedy. I mean,
but I think there's different levels of comedy and what actually is funny and what actually is not funny.
Right. I guess that's true. But I don't know. It's different. Look, you got to go into an understanding that these movies aren't going to win Academy Awards.
Yeah, that's true.
But they are what they are. I love the old movies. They're a lot of fun. But I don't know. There's a few other anything coming up. Charlton Carter, welcome in. Good to see you. You got anything else coming up you're going to be watching?
Oh, I got a lot of stuff to watch. Shep was watching Home Alone last night, and I really wanted to put it on, but I didn't ever get around to it, so I'll probably watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably going to be tomorrow now. But I want to watch that. I want to watch all the cartoons, just in all the TV series. There's everything there. But the only thing I'm having a rough time is if I want to just scroll through to watch something, the recommendations are all stuff that I've seen recently. Like Moana will be on there a lot, and I love Moana. Don't get me wrong. But if I want to see something that I forgot, like I forgot that was even on Disney Plus, it's not going to show up on the front page of everything I'm trying to look for. So unless I know what I'm looking for in that regards, that's the only negative for the way everything's set up. And there's nothing wrong with that because that's what people want to see is the newer stuff. So what I do is I have this handy dandy little guide here of everything that's listed on there, and I just sit down and I start scrolling through it until I find something I want to watch, and then I find it. I go, oh, let me see, go watch that, and then I go put it on.
So did you watch? Have you gone back? Speaking of the old ones, now I want to go back for a minute. You're talking about the old cartoon shorts. Have you watched any of the short ones?
You talking about like Steamboat Willie? Through the Looking Glass,
like for instance, the Storm, Mickey Mouse and the Storm.
yeah. So I've seen
Mouse and the Mickey's Trailer,
Lonesome Ghost, and all those.
Yes.
So I love those. I absolutely love all those. I've seen them all.
They're
but
great,
that's not what I wanted though. When I saw that we were getting Mickey shorts, what I want is the 2 to 3 minute cartoons that pop up with Mickey's head or Donald's head or Goofy or whoever the cartoon's about, and then you see a 2 to 3 minute video of them. Like,
well, that's in there. They're there.
I haven't seen them.
Like, for instance, the one with Goofy where the narrator's talking about him skiing.
Yes, those kind of things.
There.
So I haven't seen them then because what I was looking for was like,
I watched it.
If I go into YouTube and I type in classic Disney cartoons, I get 6 hours of nothing but 3 minute cartoons like that are like that constantly over again. And they're not like those that you read other than the Goofy one, like the Lonesome Ghost and all those Through the Looking Glass. Those are actual iconic cartoons that are different than what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is the random cartoon that Pluto might go and steal Butch's bone from him or something. Those kind of 3 minute cartoons were my favorites. And I can't find the whole grouping of those. That's what I wish they would just call it whatever and then show me all those cartoons listed once I selected it and see which one I want to watch. Those are the things I've been searching for years trying to find those. Right. And one time when I was in Disney, I think it was 2010, they had a collector's tin and it had a bunch of them in it. It's like, I'll just get it next time I'm down. Came back down, they were gone, and I've never seen them since.
Huh.
So I really want those.
Have you used the decade search yet?
No, I've not. I know what you're talking about, but I've not used it.
Go there, and you might find what you're looking for.
The problem is I'm going to get a bunch of other stuff, too, and I'm not going to know. I'll try it. I'll see what it is.
Yeah, I mean, if you get time, try the decade search. That seemed to help me find some of the things I was looking for.
Well, and I think what I'm looking for, everything's within 1 or 2 decades of each other. They only made those cartoons for the ones I'm talking about, like, I don't know, 60s, maybe the 70s, maybe the 50s, somewhere in that area. It's not like there were none new ones. It's just all the older stuff.
Gotcha. Melody Time is on there too, and Make Mine Music I think is there too.
See, those are what those are almost more like, I don't want to say full length features because they're not necessarily.
Yeah.
Those are longer cartoons.
Yeah,
and they're great. Don't get me wrong. I'm looking for the 2 to 3 minute cartoons, maybe up to 5 minute cartoons, where you would just see this little spoof and then it would go on to the next one. Right. And I used to watch them on Saturday mornings. There would be like 4 of them in one show, and a half-hour show.
Okay.
And
I know what you're talking about. Preston McDevitt, good to see you.
What's up, Preston?
Merry Christmas to you too, pal. And you're right, it is Christmas.
And Charlton knows what I'm talking about. They bought all those tins. They know exactly what I'm talking about. I just can't find those cartoons.
Well, I'm sure they're... Look, Disney didn't, I remember, I don't know where it started. I don't know if it was just people or if it was Disney or not. Everybody said everything was going to be available as of November 12th. That's not true, obviously.
Yeah. Well,
not everything is
all
available.
All the stuff in the vault is supposed to be available, except for Song of the South.
Right. And I think pretty much that was. But, I mean, there's even some Marvel movies that I think right now are not available.
Like some of the newer ones?
Yeah.
That's because they're still under contract with other studios.
Right. Yeah.
But you can go into them, though. and it'll tell you this is so-and-so is not available until September 2020.
Right.
So it'll tell you when it's coming, but it's under contractual obligations, so they can't show it yet.
Gotcha. Now, is there anywhere, the one thing I wish they had, Steve, that they don't have, is I wish they had an area where it said coming soon.
Not
because like the Lizzie McGuire show is coming. Okay. She's back. What's her name? I can't think of her name. Hillary Duff is coming back, and she's doing Lizzie McGuire again. But it's not here yet. I know it's not out yet. But when?
So you're talking about new content. You're talking about like a new original content. So
or
I've not
old stuff.
I've not looked at that yet.
Okay.
I've not looked for that yet, I guess I should say. I'm sure it's available somewhere. Like I know a lot of the original content when you read Disney Plus, it told you what year it's coming out in. But as far as if you're hoping that, thanks, Brian.
Yeah, that was nice though, Steve. That was a good job.
But though that the socks
12
thing,
days of socks.
I've got the women's one. The women's version's going tomorrow. It's getting dropped tomorrow morning. So, they were fun. So, look, there's so much stuff they could throw in here, and we're not even talking about Fox yet. I mean, that's the other part of this. We're not even talking about Fox yet. So, yeah, it would be nice to be able to go like to a TV guide type thing to where you could go online and read what's going to hit what month. But I don't even know if you can do that with Netflix.
Yes,
you can see what Netflix is doing.
No, what are they? I mean, well, maybe it's not Netflix, but there's somewhere I know it where they say what's upcoming. It has upcoming. Maybe it's on demand. Maybe it's Verizon.
But even that, though, is only what's coming in the near future.
Well, right. That's all I want. I just want to know what's coming in the next month or two.
But I would like to know when these things are coming off Disney Plus and what's coming off. And when, like, they know this stuff years in advance. Put out the calendar so we can see it. That's all I want. I want to be able to see what's coming and when it's coming and when I'm going to lose some of the stuff I want.
You think we're going to lose stuff?
Yeah. Not anytime soon. Not anytime soon. Because eventually they'll pull it off because people are going to – Netflix does the same thing. Netflix pulls stuff off all the time because it's like it's a supply and demand type thing where eventually they'll pull it off because people are going to want it. And that'll boost sales of the DVDs and the Blu-rays and everything else if it's something more recent. But they've already said that the reason why they have unlimited downloads is because you can download them. That way, when they do pull stuff off, you can still watch it if it's downloaded to your device.
Well, but see, but to me, that doesn't make any sense for Disney. Why would Disney ever pull off, let's just take, for instance, I don't know, Swiss Family Robinson. Why would they ever pull it off? Just leave it there.
I don't know why they would either, except for marketing and business strategies.
I mean, what does it cost them to leave it on there? You know what I'm saying?
But the same factor though. What does it cost Netflix?
It might cost them something because remember everything Netflix have other than their original content. Anything else they show is someone else's content that they have to pay for to show on their.
That is true. For Disney, they own everything, so it could be a different story. I hope they don't pull anything off.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Is like when Netflix pulls stuff off, it might be because the contract with that company that has the rights to that movie is up.
The difference with, and we've talked a lot about this, about like becoming, I don't want to say becoming stale, but if everything is always at your fingertips, you're going to lose the desire to want it because it's always there. It's so convenient. You can have it all the time. With some of these other things, when they pull things away, which I think is fantastic what Disney's doing by only releasing everything on Fridays, once a week, because it keeps me wanting more. And I know I'm going to go rush to see everything. And I think it's brilliant what they're doing.
Yeah. And others are starting to take notice of that. I know Hulu does that too.
Well, Hulu's owned by Disney. So that's one of the reasons why they're doing it. But I think that's incredible the way they're doing it. It leaves you wanting more. And if you have everything available all the time, I can just see it getting stale and you maybe not using it, or maybe people will drop off the subscribers, Yeah. But if you can't get everything when you want it, then maybe, and that would be a way to market other forms of media as well, like Blu-rays and DVDs and things like that.
Right.
But no, I hope they don't get rid of anything.
No, I agree. What I would say is I think that ultimately, I think streaming service is going to do the same thing that DVDs did to VHS. I think it's the end of DVDs personally. I don't think it'll be around much longer.
I don't know, man. They're putting so much new technology into 4K and the 4K discs and everything. But a lot of it is going digital though. But I think there will always be another form because there's going to be people that do not do this system, that don't have internet at home. And why would you exclude that whole market base when you can sell them a different product and still make money off of it?
I just think that you've got to look at, like you said, supply and demand. What is the demand of these DVDs compared to what it's costing you to make them?
But also you got to keep in mind too, this is just Disney. What about all the other companies and all the other things that don't have their own streaming service? They're not just going to get rid of DVDs.
Right.
People need a way to watch everything else. So I don't think it's going to kill it. It may hurt their market sales in that area, but which is why I think if they pull things off, it would boost market sales if it's available on some other platform.
Right. True. Good point. But I like, for me, I've gotten to the point now where very, very seldom do we buy Blu-rays, DVDs anymore. Mm-hmm. We just stream it. We just, we do. But I get it. I mean, there are a lot of people that want to collect them. They're collector's items too, for one. That's the other thing you can do. But people are definitely commenting on it. Releasing, Candy Mom says, releasing once a week is like how we had it growing up. Had to wait. It's true. It's true.
Like we still got it today. If you watch regular TV, you get once a...
You got to wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to wait. That's exactly right. You still have to wait. What I do like about streaming is the fact that there's no commercials.
Yeah. I love that too.
I think that's fantastic. And it's worth it. I do think, and again, I do think cable is in trouble.
I will say that I do think cable is in trouble, and rightfully so, because they've overcharged for so long that there will still be a niche for people to need it, but their prices are going to go way down.
Yeah, I think so too. They're going to have to go way down, or they're going to lose everybody. Yep. T-Town Mary Ellen, welcome in. Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. Charlton says cable is toast, and it's true. I think they are too. But Steve, we're literally less than 2 weeks away now from the big reveal down at Walt Disney World.
Oh yes,
it's here. I mean, this is it. I mean, we are less than 2 weeks away. December 5th is the big day. Rise of the Resistance opens. Are you getting excited?
I'm super excited. And this time I'm not going to watch it. I said I wasn't going to watch Star Wars, and I did. And then I wasn't underwhelmed by Galaxy's Edge by any means. I was disappointed I didn't wait and experience but everybody knows that we didn't sleep the night before. It was a long day. I mean, we were just out of it. So January is a way for me to make up for that. And I cannot wait for that. Everything I've read and seen and heard and everything else about Rise of the Resistance, I find it hard to believe, but it's going to be an experience that is going to blow Flight of Passage out of the water. And I've never been on a ride like Flight of Passage in my life. And to me, it's the greatest ride in the history of every amusement park in the world. But this is supposed to be like not even a close competition for the experience that you get. So, and it's not just a ride, it's an experience. And it's a 45-minute experience, if I remember correctly.
Ultimately, yes.
From the queue and the walking and the stories to the actual ride itself to the offloading and everything else afterwards, it's a 45-minute experience, and it's supposed to be incredible. I long for the day where I get to drive under those two AT-ATs that we saw building forever. It's going to be incredible.
I agree 100%. I can't wait. And I think you made a good point. I know I've talked before about talking about Galaxy's Edge on my terms of what I thought of it. You know what I think it is more than anything else, Steve? I saw so many videos of it. When I finally saw it in real person, I felt like it had already been there.
Yep. And that's what I was just... Now, there was a lot...
I think that's what it was.
There's a lot there, and I didn't get to experience a lot of it because, like I said, we were all... Well, Shep and I only went one time for like 4 hours, and we were done. After we went that day, we went opening day, we stood in line so early. By 10 o'clock, I think we were out of there, and we didn't go back. So it's something that we missed a lot of. We didn't get to do a whole lot, and I can't wait. And Brian says, you guys get it before us, not fair. And rightfully so, Melissa said, well, you got the whole land before we did, Brian. So
that's right. Yep. Yeah, but I do. I think that's what it was for me. It's not that I was disappointed in the land. I just felt like I'd already been there. I was like, I've already... and it did. If you watch so many videos, and I had to because we were talking about it so much that I had to be educated about it to be able to discuss it. But I wish I wouldn't have. Yeah, me too. And I think because I'm going literally 9 days later, I'm probably not going to watch anything.
Yeah.
Because we're leaving on the 14th to go down, and it comes out on the 5th. We're probably not going to watch anything going and just experience it.
And I'm going the 8th of January, so I'm 34 days away after it opens
Hold out that
too.
long?
I'm gonna try. I'm really gonna try.
You can do it. You can do it. Amy makes a good point. Look, Amy, our expectations are so high, but I really think they're going to hit this one out of the park. I really do. Yeah. I don't know why. I think they're going to get this right.
Look, we've seen leaked footage of an army of stormtroopers. We've seen them build 2 fantastic AT-ATs, and this is all indoors during the ride. Then we hear about this experience that we're going to have beforehand and afterwards. They're immersing you into this. It's supposed to be a ride unlike any other, and it's again, they're not even calling it a ride; they're calling it an experience.
I agree. I can't wait. I'm so excited. And I'll tell you what, Steve, if I get there, Melissa's in the stream too. I can't speak for her. If we get there and they say it's 3 hours long, guess what? I'm waiting.
Me too. They're going back and forth in chat. I love this. Brian said we got the park before you did. Then Candy Mom said our castle is bigger. Then Brian says ours is cuter.
I know.
So,
you know what, Brian? I do like Sleeping Beauty's castle. Melissa always talks about it all the time about how small it is.
Look, I'm really excited to visit Disneyland. That castle does not compare to Cinderella's castle. It just doesn't.
Oh no, it's a lot smaller for sure. It definitely is.
It's not as attractive in my opinion either. It's pink or whatever, but it's just you look at the grandeur and the way it looks in Cinderella's castle and the different things to do with it. Look, it's just take care, Kay. Hope you feel better.
Hey, I hope you feel better. Have a good night. Everybody, hearts in the chat for Kay, please. She's not feeling well. Hope you feel better, dear. Definitely sit down and get some rest. And thanks for being here.
But just because it doesn't compare though to Cinderella's castle doesn't mean it's still not worthy of a home and being seen, because everything is its own unique experience. And I wouldn't want it. If they made everything exactly the same, why would you go from one to the other? They get a lot of people that go back and forth because they're different.
Yeah, I agree. And not only that, excuse me, it's the original castle.
It is the original.
It's the one. It's the one that Walt built. It's the one that he walked under. Yep. It's the one that he stayed in. And again, you know me, I'm a big nostalgia guy. That means something to me. I mean, you're right. It does not compare. I mean, ours is gigantic. But then again, you know what, Steve? Ours is gigantic, but even ours is small compared to the Shanghai Disney castle.
Well, ours is as big as it could possibly be in America, though.
Right.
Without having the little flashy light on top of it.
Right, for the planes. But I'm just saying, all things are relative, so to speak.
Yeah.
But for the time in 1955 when the park was built, that castle was pretty awesome.
Oh, sure, because nobody ever seen anything like it. You're putting yourself into a Disney movie or a Disney atmosphere that you couldn't previously do. And again, it's not that it's a bad castle by any means. It's just different.
Oh, it's small. But you know the one thing they have there that I wish we had? We have different things in their castle, which is they actually have a walkthrough at that castle.
We have a walkthrough? Or what are you talking about, a walkthrough?
It's like not a ride, but it's a walkthrough where it tells the story.
Disney World has a literal walkthrough that you walk through and see the story on the...
Oh, no, you go up inside the castle.
Oh, you actually go in the castle.
Yeah, and they tell us, I think they tell a story up in there. You can walk through and it tells the story of either Sleeping Beauty or Cinderella up inside it. And it's got it looks pretty neat.
I mean, that's something I would want to see. I'm sure I want to see it by all means. But again, I would rather have the experience of the dining with the princesses in the top of our castle. And the fact of the bedroom that you can, I don't know if we could sleep in it ever, but the bedroom that you can, the apartment you can sleep in Magic Kingdom as well. Yeah, but I would rather have, again, it's just a matter, if I had to pick which one I want every day, I want Cinderella's castle, but I want to go see Disneyland on a regular basis.
Yeah, there you go. That's what it is. Donna said there's dioramas and scenes and things like that. It's really cool. It's pretty neat. Oh, I agree, Steve. Don't get me wrong. When I go inside ours, like we've gone there for Cinderella's Royal Table twice now. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. We love it. I absolutely love it. Now, once I go out to Disneyland and experience their castle, you're right. I might come back and say, yeah, ours is, yeah.
And Donna says, right, perfect. I like both castles for different reasons.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't think you go wrong with either one of them. But you're right. Ours is just so beautiful and so grand.
Yep.
It's so amazing. It really is. I would love to be able to see that room one time. Just see it. I don't even necessarily have to stay in it. Can I just?
I've seen videos of it, but I've never seen it in person.
Yeah, can I just go see it for 5 minutes? Oh my gosh! But yeah, man, Rise of the Resistance is right around the corner. All the parks are decorated for the holidays. And last thing, because I know we're wrapping up, I think it was Corey might have said it, and somebody else said it. Corey Meets World said that Hollywood Studios is their favorite park for the holidays because of the decorations. You know what? I might have to agree.
I don't know. I guess for the holidays, for me, it's still, which I've never been. I've seen a lot of videos. I was there for the New Year's party once. So for the millennium, actually. So 1999, I was there between 99 and 2000, but it was after Christmas, like 3 days after Christmas, but they still had the Osborne lights up at that time. And so I went and got to see those one time, and that was it. But knowing what I know now and seeing what I've seen and everything, I've never said this about Magic Kingdom, but I would prefer Magic Kingdom, I think, because of the party that you get to go to and all the decorations they have there and the projections off the castle and everything. Mm-hmm. I think I would prefer that because I want that party so bad.
Right. Well, I was just looking at decorations as a whole in the park. Like once you get past Main Street, the decorations really fall off significantly from what I've seen.
I would agree with that. Now, if we're talking about strictly decorations, for me, it might be Animal Kingdom. And that's because, I watched Josh and Jenna do it last night, and I was fascinated by everything, especially, and believe it or not, Dino Land was the best decorated thing of everything. It looked really cool with all the lights and everything on it. So, and they did a lot of good decorations over there.
Nice.
But I mean, I like what they do with the Snope, and I like what they do with the projections off the Hollywood Studios, and then the Chinese theater stuff, and all that's good. But I would, and isn't that where the Jingle Jam, Jingle Bam is?
Yep, Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam.
So I mean, that's obviously the iconic part of it outside of the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. So it makes sense that that's what it's going to be. But AJC Magic TV, Amy says the decorations of Hollywood Studios are old school style.
Yes.
So maybe that's why I'm not attracted to it as much as I am the other ones. I don't know. But for me, it's probably, I don't know. They're all good. I can say this. The one that's not is Epcot. Of the four, Epcot seems to be the least decorated, but it has all the Christmas stories, and it has the processional, and it has all this other stuff that I really want to experience. So,
well, Epcot is definitely going to suffer when it comes to decorations this year with all the construction that's going on. I agree with you 100% there.
But
there's so much they can do.
But they have the processional, and they have the concerts, and they have the stories from all the countries.
Festivals around. Festival of Holidays.
Yeah, so it's definitely worth going over there. I mean, outside of the party, I think that's the thing I want to experience the most, are the storytellers and the processional.
Yeah. The other thing too is I still think I think I'm going to enjoy the Magic Kingdom most, because like you, I've never been there during Christmas till this year. I love Magic Kingdom anyway; it's my favorite park. So to add Christmas, I think I'm going to love that the best. But I've really liked what I've seen from Hollywood Studios. Just my opinion. Yeah.
Well, and Charlotte Passauer says Living with the Land just did a Christmas overlay, and it looks great.
I didn't know that. Did you know that?
I did not know that either.
I did not know that. Oh, and speaking of overlays, the Tomorrowland Speedway, I can't stand that ride. I hate to say it. Don't get mad at me, folks. I'm riding that ride because that looks nice.
Tomorrowland Speedway?
Yeah. Did you see the Christmas overlay?
Oh, no. I thought you meant... Yeah.
Yeah, no, they have a Christmas overlay this year with all kind of Christmas decorations and lights in there. It looks really cool. Usually I don't want to ride that ride at all. I might ride it this time.
I've never been on it either. It smells like fumes, and
it
doesn't go fast, and I just don't understand and I don't know, we'll see. Yeah. I guess you get a good vantage point of the Tron construction, maybe.
Yeah.
A unique one.
Well, if you get a chance, look at. I think Josh and Jenna did a video of it, or I'm sure you'll be able to find it. But they put a lot of Christmas decorations in there, like you're going through, kind of like a. Yeah, it's really neat. I think it looks pretty cool. I like what they've done with it.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, for sure. Well, guys, we are coming up on 9 p.m. and I appreciate everybody coming out tonight. We had a lot of people in here. We're averaging 24, 25. I appreciate y'all being here very, very much. Definitely means a lot to Steve and I. A few things to go over before we head out. Obviously, let's do a few shout outs. First and foremost, Dean over at the Live Place, theliveplace.com, with family-friendly streams throughout the week. Monday through Sunday, if you're looking for a stream, it is the place to go. They're all there. Tons of them, and you'll find them wherever you want. Walt, no, I will not. Charlton, no. Even with
I'll get them on another bed next time we're both down there.
Nope. It could be like Santa going down the chimney. But no, I will not ride that for sure. But yep, Dean over at the Live Place. And of course, our two partner channels, Melissa and I have, of course, Disney Dan, who had Disney Fiasco a little bit earlier. And my partner right here, Steve from Steve's World. Steve, what do you got coming up on Monday? Anything?
What's Monday?
Day after?
Just another Monday night, but I don't know. I honestly don't remember what the topic is. I'll have to research it.
All right.
But no, the only thing I do have the other sock video dropping tomorrow. That's about it. Good.
And of course, don't forget to check Steve out on Mondays with Just Another Monday Night with Steve, and of course, Disney Crew on Wednesdays as well.
Yes.
Be sure to check those guys out. And at 9:30 tonight, Shep from the Shep family is going live. Be sure to check him out. Other than that, guys, a few things to go over with our channel. Of course, this coming Tuesday is our last Mouse Madness. Would love for everybody to come out for that one. Melissa will be there. It's our final stream till the new year. And I hope you guys can come out for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Maybe we'll have some special guests. Steve, we might invite you on for a little while. So hopefully you can.
I might be available.
Well, hopefully
I will have 3 turkeys and 4 hams going in the other room, but
well, you don't have to stay the whole time. But we may
I might
have
be
to have you
available
on for a little bit. But and a few other people maybe. That would be great if you guys can come out for that last episode. This will be the last episode for Saturday Night Sports Night for now. We are going to be taking a break in December. So Sports Night will be hopefully coming back in some sort of different theme in the new year. It is definitely coming back. Don't worry about that. We are definitely coming back, but we're hopefully changing things up and making it a little bit better as well. That'll be a lot of fun. But I definitely appreciate everybody coming out as usual. Steve, you more than anyone else, I appreciate you each and every week being here, pal. And for the support and for being my partner channel.
Well, dude, the feeling is definitely mutual. That's what I'm thankful for this year is, I think we make a great team, and you guys are even better people off camera than you are on camera, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So thank you.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you. And to everybody in the chat, thank you for being here. And I know I speak for Steve when I say this. It is our honor and pleasure to have you come in each and every Saturday, Tuesday, Monday, Wednesday, whatever day it is, and spend your time with us, your precious, important time. You could do anything else. You've decided to spend it here with us, and it means the world to us, and we appreciate that. And that's why we're taking this break more than anything else, especially for me, and I'm going to try to make the quality even better for you guys, to make it something that you're going to really enjoy and want to come back more again, and again. So I appreciate you all very, very much. Vlogmas is coming for Melissa and I. We have already taped up to 17 episodes. We are ready and rolling. I'm ahead of the game, Steve, man. We did 5 more today.
I had them all done last year, and it still whooped my butt. But I didn't schedule them, though. I had to load them every day, and I didn't schedule them, so I'm going to schedule them this year.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm probably starting that Monday. But
very nice.
Yep, it's going to be fun. But thank you all very, very much. We appreciate you very much. It's been our pleasure. Please be back in January. Look for it. Looks like it's going to be the same time. It's hopefully Saturday nights, 8 o'clock. And we're going to have some new stuff for you. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's definitely going to be awesome. Stacy, what's up, Stacy?
Hey. She's at Pizza Hut watching us.
Oh, Pizza the Hut.
Pizza Hut is not a sponsor.
No, unfortunately, they're not.
Yet.
Yes, maybe one day. Nobody out there. What's that? Nobody out pizzas the Hut. There you go.
Except for Jabba.
Thank you, Mike Wheeler. I appreciate that. He says, Walter and Melissa, you're going to be missed, especially your lives until January, for sure. I appreciate it. But, guys, thanks again. Everybody have a great week. We'll talk to you all really, really soon. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.